Hey Scorpio, welcome to your reading for November. This is going to be a reading about your love and about career, starting with career. I've already pre-shuffled the cards, and so we're going to get right into it. We've got two cards out so far with career. We've got the Tower and we've got the Death card. So with death, that is Scorpio energy. It doesn't necessarily have to mean the death of something, and it's of course not literal, but let's talk about this. So this is not subtle energy, something regarding work, whether you're employed by others or you are self-employed, something is changing, and the catalyst for this change was something completely out of your control. And you couldn't even, if you sit there and you try to sort it out in your mind, you can't see it happening any other way. There's nothing you could have done to change it. Now, for a few of you guys, this is actually a physical move, I have to say, because sometimes the Tower card does mean that. And there are still aspects about a big move somewhere else that we can't control. So it still kind of ties into that big shake-up feeling. Something has shaken your life up in career and finance, and it's putting an end to an old chapter. What the Death card does also symbolize, besides, Scorpio energy, is that it's the rebirth of something else, which means new people come into your life, possibly a new job, possibly new clients, what have you. But let's get some more information out here. So just taking the cards that flip out for Scorpio. If this doesn't fit, of course, pay attention. Only take what fits, only take what serves you. And if it doesn't, I consider, I'm encouraging you to consider checking out your moon sign. If it does, cool. This is what tarot is for. It's just a tool for exploring yourself and your thoughts and emotions. There's a sense of lack here with the Five of Pentacles. So with the Five of Pentacles in a career and a money reading, it means like your money is running low, basically not making enough. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is, the big wheel of life, very much a karmic. There's a sense of a meant to be-ness about what's going on here. I want some more clarity on the Five of Pentacles tarot for our Scorpios, the Magician. So you are coming from, so it's interesting because your energy is very much collaborative with the universe. So right now, that shakeup that you're going through, that's the universe responding to you manifesting something here. You recognized basically that the way this is working out it's not going well. You're not making enough money. You're not making enough money doing what you want to be doing. And so the universe is collaborating with you to shake things up, whether by a move or something out of your control, to put an end to this past chapter that was not serving you. Out of those ashes, that is the rebirth, the Death card, the Phoenix burns up. Out of the ashes comes this manifesting energy. And it's from this place of lack. It's from this place of feeling outside of what you want. And from that, it's like a flower sprouting from the sidewalk crack. It's beautiful energy. It's like this beautiful thing is born. Creative energy is born out of what we would consider just an old cracked sidewalk, right? Tell us more about that for our Scorpios. And that's why Scorpio rules over to the Death card. It's like Scorpios run deeper than any sign, I swear. And as a Pisces, that's saying a lot. But they run deeper than even sometimes they know. They can't even see the bottom of their own well sometimes, which is pretty amazing. Because when it comes to death and rebirth, it's such an invisible, beautiful dance, and it's the biggest dance of life. It's such a big part of life. And what I like about Scorpios is when they realize they're going into it, I think they recognize that they're going into the unknown and they steer straight into it. I think that's a healthy Scorpio. And we have in clarity to the Death card, the Work card, the Eight of Pentacles, which is the hard work. So putting hard work into something, closing this chapter, letting these things, old things die out, whether that's some old relationships, old ways of doing things, because whatever it was like there was a lot of duck on water. And what I mean by that is looking good on the surface and paddling like mad underneath the surface. It was exhausting, and it was maybe because there's a competitive vibe with this. It wasn't, and then we've got the Six of Pentacles upside down. This is breadcrumb energy. This is doing a lot of work and not being necessarily appreciated for it. So the universe hears you, and it comes down out of nowhere with a circumstance or a set of circumstances that just shake everything up. And the reason why I'm revisiting this is because sometimes it's a big relief to know that there's nothing you could do about certain things anyway. It's actually like you called upon the help of the universe to set you on the right path. And so this is just realigning you into this beautiful manifesting energy, that flower sprouting up through the crack in the sidewalk. And so clarity to Wheel of Fortune. We have this Wheel of Fortune, which talks about a couple things, but the big picture is that you are exactly where you're supposed to be at the right time, the right place at the right time. Five of Wands. So this is, again, we have competitive energy. We've got some sparring. This could be fighting yourself. This could be fighting with others. But whatever this is, you know, that term, something's got to give, comes to mind. We have this offer coming forward. A messenger comes forward. I do feel like for a lot of you guys, this is somebody coming out of the chaos from your past. Somebody that you know who's making you an offer, coming out of the chaos. That's how it feels. Flipped but not flying out is Page of Cups, which is that magical, manifesting, playful, it's kind of a miracle card. So interesting energies. One more card and then we're going to get advice from Tarot for career and finances. One more card for the wheel. What's this Five of Wands? Queen of Cups. So I do feel with the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups that there's been some sparring between two emotional figures. One of them might be you. But actually there's good intention. There's actually a pretty good energy behind it, surprisingly. It's kind of like these things needed to happen. All of this needed to happen in order to move forward. Really interesting for a business reading. So I'm just going to do one shuffle for my Scorpios with this deck, putting in my, it's been pre-shuffled, but I like to put in the intention of career. And so advice from Tarot for my Scorpios for career and finances. Advice for Tarot from Tarot. Yeah, this is being like recognizing maybe what are you standing your ground for? Is it worth it? The tarot is like saying, allow yourself to kick back and have a good time. Like, remember abundance. Remember, do the things that remind you of what you're growing. So, let's say let's say this. Let's say you've got your office job. Let's just throw that out there. And then kind of when you go home, you've got this, an Etsy account. You've got a craft, a product that you create, or maybe you read tarot. But this is saying like, focus on that. Like it's going to add some balance and fun. It's going to introduce some fun and possibly introduce energies that are going to help move you forward in this. And I say move forward, and I see the Chariot card flip out. Yeah, it's going to get you out of that any type of disappointment or stuck place. It's going to start rushing the energy forward. So basically, tarot with all these cards, we have this energy of anxiety. There's something, if you've been having some anxiety about communications of some sort that need to happen, maybe waiting for communication from another, or knowing that this talk is on the horizon and you need to communicate with somebody, tarot is encouraging you to move forward with that. I think it's kind of like getting to the point of, this is the energy of not being able to stand it any longer, not putting anything off, and just moving forward despite any discomfort, despite any fears around rejection or how somebody's going to receive this information. So that's an interesting combination. Basically, tarot is advising you with your work life to connect with others and focus on what you're abundant with, the projects and the things that you're creating, even in their early stages, that are giving you joy and energy. And regarding any type of anxiety or overthinking you might be having about a communication, tarot is saying just fucking go into it. Like, excuse my language, but like, despite any hiccups, any ups or downs, bumps in the road, just move forward. All right, so I hope that's helpful and clear. I'm going to put these back in the deck. We're going to do a reshuffle for love. And in the meantime, if this is resonating, hit that like button, claim the energy, claim the reading. I think that's the best way to do it. It helps the channel, of course. But on your end of things, watching this video on YouTube, it's one of the only ways that you can actually collaborate with the energies. So if you'd like to claim this reading, hit that button, consider subscribing. All right, so love for our Scorpios, love. Present situation for Scorpios. Which Scorpios am I talking about? All right, so you're in a quiet place. You're possibly not talking about this, but I think that you've fallen out of alignment with an individual, a partner. This could be a past partner for some of you guys. This could be a present partner. Any more clarity on that? Yeah, so you guys might be having some different... you guys might be having some difference in opinion about stability. Something's setting you off from alignment with them. In a home, in stability. Doesn't seem very intense, but the cards are flying everywhere with your reading. Yeah, so I think that there has been some inner debate whether or not to leave something. And I think you've chosen to stay. Because there's potential here. There's potential. We have this messenger, the Knight of Cups, making an emotional offer, making a passionate offer. This is either you and your water sign, so that's Cups, or it could be your partner. So these have been kind of some trying times with the Strength card along with the Nine of Swords again. Something about your stability, something about your union with somebody is being drudged up, and it's taking your inner strength. It's challenging you in the most righteous way. It's not a bad thing, but it's challenging your inner strength. You are contemplating a lot about whether or not you'd be happier on your own, and there's a certain amount of independence that if you embrace, you'll be able to easily regulate your own happiness a little bit more, if that makes any sense. Because the Knight of Pentacles is very much the happy solo card, and they're even a property owner. Like, that's why they have pentacles around them, is that they flourish alone. But then we have the Four of Swords, and then we also have the Hermit in this card reading. So regarding your love life, Scorpio, you're not talking about a lot of this stuff. It's just kind of passing through. And we are not our thoughts, right? I love that metaphor that our thoughts are just like these trains rattling through, and you just let them, observe them and let them rattle through and see how it feels. There is a lot of hope for this, whatever this is. I'd like some advice from tarot for our Scorpios. Really clear. Advice from tarot. We have so there's a disappointment here, and it comes from expectation of somebody being a certain way. Somebody has been a little bit toxic, and there's this change that's happening. There's this offer that the Knight of Pentacles is like this messenger that's coming forward, but they're very slow. And so it feels very much like this is about an individual that has been emotionally turned upside down. When they're right side up, when they're healthy, they can be a really wonderful person. And again, this is Cups energy with a King in reverse. So this could be a water sign. This could be you. This could, either way, an emotional, compassionate, passionate, empathetic person. When they are out of alignment, when they are in kind of a toxic place inside, maybe argumentative, all about being right. When they're in that place, they're not very fun to be with. And Tarot is advising you to observe this, that there's a disappointment that is occurring that they're working through. And again, I want to say, this is, for some of you guys, this is actually you. And others, this is another person that's important to you. But this Knight of Pentacles is coming forward. There is this offer, and it's just real slow because it's being slowed down by this thing they're going through that's setting them off in alignment. There's exhausted energy here. There's disappointed energy here. Anything else that Tarot needs to tell us in advice for Scorpio? It has this energy of like, just observe and try to have patience. And and forgiveness, I guess, and understanding, like whoever this is. And there we have the understanding card of the Queen of Pentacles. One way the Queen of Pentacles loves, and this is earth energy. It doesn't have to be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, but it's earth energy. It could be grounding oneself. So in the presence of this person who's going through something, the way that they can receive love is kind of in a practical way. So like literally like, let me buy you a coat. You don't have a good winter coat. Or I'm going to make you a good meal. You know, when you think about the 5 love languages, this would be the favors one, you know, like doing something for that person, maybe surprising them with a chore you got out of the way for them. It can also be gifts, you know, so, and the love languages, that's one of the love languages. So it's a practical kind of earthly, like it's a things. Sorry, it's 5 a.m, you guys, and my brain's not having an easy time with words. But I hope that's helpful, because I don't necessarily know if you can't speed this person, whether it's you or somebody else, out of the rut. But if you want to love into it, that's a good way to receive or give. Anything else from Tarot? The Emperor. So it's like taking control of a situation. Why is the Emperor coming out? Yeah, there's a passionate, fiery offer waiting to happen here. Somebody's going to take the reins, and has something passionate to give. This could literally be sex, but you know, there's a big mixture of emotion with this reading. There's a big emotion. There's like very much the emotion of you on the fence, letting all these thoughts pass through you like old rattling trains, trying not to latch onto anything in particular. And there's a patience, trying to wait something out, that either it's you or somebody else kind of working through a disappointment out of a toxicity. But it's actually looking very beautiful. It's looking hopeful. There's a grace to it. So stick with it, stay in the game, and I will talk to you soon. I'll have those December readings out in about a month. And in the meantime, I've got regular weekly readings. So stop by, say hi.